How's it going, everybody? Here's a video I wanted to do to show how I do my exhaust system, since I usually have more than one laser going, and other people might have more than one too, but you only want one fan. I use one of these Infinity Cloud 9 series. It's a really good one. Pretty quiet, pretty powerful. And I run it to this manifold. And I made this manifold so it can be built using a laser. And the way it works is you can move this part, slide it, and it has magnets that pull it into position. And you can choose between which laser exhaust you want to use. It's a pretty nice setup. It's been working really well. It exhausts out the window. I have it set up so I just flip this switch here and that turns it on. Takes a minute for it to get going, but once it does get going, it's actually a pretty quiet fan. That's why I chose this one. Read a lot of good reviews about it. So believe it or not, this is pretty airtight. The magnets pull it down and it makes a nice good seal. And you just, boom. Now I'm on that one. It's great. Oh yeah, and then the other thing is the way I connected it was I used a French cleat. So this actually comes off. And at some point, I'm going to make it so that you could put two together. See how that just hangs right on there perfectly? Really sturdy too. Comes off, you can remove it. Works great. Anyways, I want to do the rest of the video and show you how I made it. And I'll also have the plans. If anybody wants it, all you have to do is email me and I'll send them to you. Alright, so here are all the pieces after they've been cut out on the laser. It was just short of about 2 hours cut time and that was on the Wismaker 36 watt laser, so it'll probably take quite a bit longer if you're only using a 10 watt laser. Okay, now I'm going to clean these up with some sandpaper at warp speed. The glue up was a challenge. If you don't get the holes lined up just right, it's a real bear to try to pound these dowels through. And you could see in the video where I got to points where I was having a difficult time. But in the end, I was able to get it all lined up and get the glue up done. So I ended up making a pretty critical mistake on this glue up. Those holes are supposed to be on the bottom because the magnets belong on the bottom. So I had run out of wood, so I decided just to 3D print a version of it, which I think actually it's kind of better than the glued up version. And if you have a 3D printer and you end up trying to make this, I have that file as well. Alright, now I'm going to put in the magnets, and if you do make this is an important part. You need to really be careful of the polarity of these magnets when you glue them in. If you have opposite poles, then it's not going to work. It's not going to pull itself into position. It's going to be pushing itself out. So that's just something to be aware of. Now in this part I'll be putting together the French cleat system so that I can attach it to the manifold. If you don't know what a French cleat is or how to make one, if you do a search on YouTube, there's probably a million different videos to show you how to make one. They're very simple and they work great. Now that the cleat has been glued up and is dry, it's a real simple process to attach the manifold. Just put a little wood glue on there, and I didn't even clamp it up. I just let it sit overnight. The hose connection glue up is pretty straightforward. There's no dowels to worry about, and I pretty much just eyeballed it. And I did go ahead and clamp these since these will be bearing the weight of the hoses. And the other side is just done the exact same way. I just didn't film it. Here's an example of the movement and how the magnets pull it right into place. You can actually feel it when it pops into position. The only thing left now is to place it on the French cleat and to connect the hoses. The French cleat works really well. It supports plenty of weight for this purpose. And that'll bring us to the end of the video. If you're interested in making your own manifold, I do have the files available. All you have to do is send me an email and I'll send the files. So far this has been working pretty good for me. I find it to be a little more organized than using blast gates, which is what I was using before. And yeah, I would say it's been a pretty good success. Pretty happy with it. Well, until next time, I hope you all take care, and thanks for watching my videos.